Hey guys, it's me, Jimmy. Did you guys know that in Korea there are over 50,000 convenience stores? In fact, Korea has the most number of convenience stores per capita in the entire world. Apparently there's one convenience store per every 930 Korean population. The convenience stores in Korea have all kinds of delicious food that are surprisingly affordable, and you can find very interesting items while you're at the convenience store. So in today's video, I'm going to challenge myself to eat at the convenience stores only for the entire day. Do you guys want to see what they have, how much they cost, and how delicious they are? Keep watching the video because my challenge starts now. Before we start the video today, guys, as somebody who travels often, it really matters that I keep my valuables in a stylish, efficient, and a secure way. That's why I'm happy to tell you guys that today's video is brought to you by Exter, the maker of my favorite wallet and many other products that I use. Right here, I have their Wallet Pro, which is a wallet that I've actually been using for a while now. And there are just so many reasons for me to like this. It can hold up to 14 cards and bills, and every time you want to pull out your card, you don't have to dig it out of there. You can simply press this button to draw your card, which is extremely convenient compared to a conventional wallet that I no longer use. It's made from recycled aluminum and premium Italian leather, so it feels high-end, sturdy, and beautiful. Because I like the color blue, I got the cobalt blue wallet as well, which just looks so vibrant and cool. And don't forget, they have RFID protection so people can't steal from you wirelessly. Another item that I always use when I travel is their travel vacuum kit. Because I like to travel with a small suitcase, it is very challenging to put enough clothes in it. So what I do is I usually put my clothes in their waterproof vacuum bag and compress it using their portable air pump, which makes my clothes so much more compact, and it allows me to store everything in my small suitcase. The vacuum bag is durable and hygienic, and sometimes I use it as a laundry bag when I travel. For somebody who likes to travel light like myself, this is a lifesaver. Guys, what you carry is important, but how you carry them is just as important. If you guys are interested in upgrading your life, Exter is currently running the summer primetime sale, and combined with my promo code JimmyKin, you guys can get up to 42% off on Exter products right now. So guys, what are you waiting for? Use the link in the description and go enjoy this special opportunity. Now, let me get back to the video. So right now I'm in front of GS25, which is one of the two major convenience store chains in Korea, and I think I'm gonna start my breakfast right here. Oh, no way. I used to love this when I was in the military. The thing that I want to have the most is some of the better bento boxes or doshirak that they have. Bento is Japanese, doshirak is Korean. So when you're in a Korean convenience store, you'll see these ready-made food that you can just microwave. These tend to be quite good, and this would be like a typical doshirak. Oh, this one actually looks very nice. Oh, they have other really delicious looking ones too. Like this one seems to be chicken yakisoba, which is more Japanese than Korean. Tonkatsu spaghetti, that's like Japanese and Italian food combined, and I love both of them. Oh, I'm getting one of these. This is a Korean egg sandwich. These are very popular in Japan. I love the ones in Japan, so I'd like to see how this one compares. So in convenience stores, you'll see a lot of these kimbaps, which is rice rolls. And I really want this spicy tuna kimbap. By the way, working out and building muscles is very trendy in Korea these days. So when you come to a Korean convenience store, there's a whole section full of chicken breasts. These are chicken tenderloins. Isn't that funny? With all that food, I think I'm gonna be thirsty soon. So let's get something to drink. Oh, you know what? This could be insanely cool. So in Korea, they have plastic cups with ice cubes in it, and they sell these pouches with beverages in them. You guys probably saw these on social media. They're extremely popular on social media for some reason. I'll have to tell you guys with honesty that I haven't seen a single Korean individual that get these pouches. We have other great alternatives. In fact, with the amount of money that you're spending on these pouches, you can actually just go to a coffee shop and get a coffee. So it's not the smartest purchase, especially with the extra cost of this ice, but I will try it for you guys. It seems that these cream buns are extremely trendy in Korean convenience stores. I think I'm going to get the strawberry flavor. It isn't always the case, but oftentimes in Korea, they have dining spaces where you can have the food at the convenience store. So I think I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my food. Because they are very cold right now, they have a microwave. Get in there. So here's everything that I got for myself. I mean, that is a solid breakfast. Plenty of food for myself. Haven't had any food at a Korean convenience store recently. I think I'm gonna start with the most Korean option that I have. This box of bento, or should I say doshirak in Korean. This was over 6,000 won. These days, for a typical meal in Korea, when you dine out at a restaurant, they start from somewhere like 10,000 won. So compared to going to a restaurant, it is still a very affordable option. Anyway, in this one doshirak, they have a bunch of white rice and other Korean style side dishes. Let me try them one by one. I'm gonna start with this rice. On top of this white rice, it has a slab of 떡갈비, which is like a Korean style flat hamburger steak. It's really sweet. In the white rice, it feels quite fresh too. So a very typical Korean meal when you're living in a Korean household. White rice with some side dishes. Of course, you'll always find this kimchi when you're in any Korean household. Oh wow, that one was aged and fried. I'm really happy with this bento box. It comes with so many different items, like these ham, which isn't traditionally Korean, but we often have these too. And that looks like that might be fried chicken. It's fried chicken with sweet sauce on top. Because it is a doshirak, it's been sitting on display. Of course, it's not crispy, but it's still satisfying. It's still good. That's marinated pork, a little bit spicy. Good meat, very delicious. Yeah, actually kind of delicious. It also came with a piece of dumpling. We call it mandu in Korean. I noticed that a lot of my Chinese friends, or anybody who's not from Korea, they're really surprised when they try Korean mandu for the first time. Our dumpling wraps are extremely thin. And it's mostly the filling on the inside, which is meat-based, extremely juicy, and it's just super satisfying. Yeah, mandu is like one of the most underrated foods in Korea. These are fish cakes, also very common side dishes in Korea. Quail eggs. I was so hungry that all that food wasn't quite enough for me. So I'm really glad that I got this tonkatsu spaghetti. I don't know who came up with the combination of spaghetti and tonkatsu. Tonkatsu is fried pork cutlet. Oh wow. I will say that this tonkatsu, personally to me, is a little too soggy, and the meat that's inside is a little too thin for my personal taste. But the tomato spaghetti, on the other hand, it's actually surprisingly good. It's not like super sweet like how I experienced it in Japan. It kind of feels like a real spaghetti that you get from a restaurant. I wish the tonkatsu was a little bit crispier, but other than that, I don't have a lot of complaints. Good spaghetti and extremely affordable. One of the most iconic foods that you can have in a Korean convenience store is this kimbap, rice bowl. You open it by ripping this open. And there you have it. So kimbap is like a very typical food that you bring around in Korea. Like when you go out on a picnic, this is probably the most common choice of food. So they have pickled radish, imitation crab, burdocks, and spicy tuna. And the packaging of this is actually kind of cool. So instead of having to keep ripping away the packaging, every time you want to extend it up, you just need to press on this hole in the back. I wish mine was like that. I think it actually might, never tried it. I'm sorry guys. Obviously I'm talking about my nose, you know? Like if I do this, the bridge of my nose becomes higher, like one of those plastic surgery noses. That's exactly what I was talking about. Egg salad sandwich is one of the most popular items in Japanese convenience stores. But how good is it in Korea? I can feel on my finger, the bread is very fluffy and soft. You know what, the ones in Korea is quite good too. The flavor of egg yolk isn't quite as intense, and the texture of egg salad is a little bit chunkier. Like there's a lot of chunks of egg whites. Hard to say which one is better. But I can tell you guys that I like this. Alright, that was a fantastic meal. I need a dessert. So I think another convenience store chain called CU made one of these cream buns extremely popular. And now all of the convenience stores are doing the same thing, coming out with their own cream buns. This is a bun that feels very factory made. You know how like the surface is a little bit dry? They must have injected lots of cream through this little hole. I've never done that personally. Wow. When you look at the packaging, it made it seem like there's a lot of cream on the inside. In reality, there's not as much cream, unfortunately. Koreans are honest, good people, but let me tell you, they are very capable of lying, especially when it makes them money. And this, I would say, is a lie. Okay, there's like a good amount of cream, so it's not like a complete robbery, but they made me believe that there's more cream in it. Perhaps I don't need more cream because this is already unhealthy enough. Alright, let me show you guys the drink. The TikTok ASMR foreigner drink. They sell you this cup of ice cube that you're supposed to use with one of these pouches. Man, I feel like I became one of those TikTokers. This is the most delicious drink that I found in Korea. That's so clever. That's like the exact amount of drink that you need. That's like the most artificial tasting lemonade that I've had. I won't deny that it's kind of good. Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. Sugar on sugar. Apparently it's only 0.4% lemon extract and the rest is all sugar and artificial flavors. Yeah guys, nothing in Korea is natural. Their lemonade doesn't really have lemon in it. The Koreans that you see on the streets, the person is actually 90% Korean and 10% filler and silicone. Don't worry guys, I haven't got my plastic surgery yet. But I don't know guys. Do you guys think I should? Yeah, maybe I need my breast implants. There was a lot of food. So that was my first time eating at the Korean convenience store in a long time, and I thought that was a pretty good start. So I'm gonna take a little break, come back and have lunch in another convenience store chain. Hopefully they're even better. So it's lunchtime for me. Unsurprisingly, there's a giant convenience store chain, 7-Eleven in Korea as well. It's very different from how you see it in other countries. Let's go find out what kind of food we can have here. I'd like to start by picking up one of these. In Japan, they call it onigiri. In Korea, we call this samgakgimbap. And I think I'm gonna pick up the spicy pork flavor. And there's a perfect drink for my thirst. That is my favorite Korean drink, shike. Oh, how about I get this tteokbokki, super supreme cheese burrito. Doesn't look very Mexican to me. Oh, this is also very popular. A lot of foreigners like it. I personally really like it too. It's a yogurt, carbo kimchi fried rice. I actually never seen that before, but I'm going to try it today. I like how in Korean food products, they have the faces of celebrities. We love beautiful people so much that we want them on our snacks too. It doesn't make them taste better, it just makes them more expensive. Oh, another very popular item, banana flavored milk. They have like light version and less sugar version. This is a very iconic item that's been around for forever. In fact, the exact same product existed back when I was a little baby too. Okay, here's our humble 7-Eleven lunch. I'd say that's a good amount for one person. Okay, let's start with the most basic. This fried rice. I like how there's like a ton of cheese on top. You guys will notice that in Korea, people are very obsessed with cheese. They think it's appetizing to put cheese on top of just about everything. Like this traditional kimchi fried rice. I wasn't expecting much from it, but the kimchi fried rice is actually kind of good. And the added cheese on top, it feels so creamy. If it's just kimchi fried rice, I think it can get a little boring too fast. But that cheese just made it more interesting. Now let's try this tteokbokki. Tteokbokki is a very, very popular Korean dish. It's rice cake in this very spicy sweet sauce. The way that this tteokbokki works is you open it, take out the rice cakes, and it also has this sauce. And from here, you just need to microwave the whole thing. It's ready to be consumed. That looks very spicy. Look at those chunks of rice cakes. So they have a lot of tteokbokki businesses in front of Korean schools, like elementary schools, middle school, high school. So a lot of teenagers really like them, and a lot of Korean women like spicy tteokbokki. The surface of the rice cakes, it dried a little here and there because I microwaved it without stirring it. But other than that, this is as good as any tteokbokki that you would get in like Korean tteokbokki places. The rice cake is so chewy. It's very gummy and spicy. Man, this gives me a lot of nostalgia. Oh, that was spicy. Let me drink some of their shike. So shike is a Korean rice beverage. They make it by fermenting rice with malt. My mom actually used to make them for me when I was young. And I used to love them so much that I used to drink them in these cold noodle bowls. You can see that there's like rice particles floating around. Pretty interesting, right? Super refreshing. You want to have these ice cold. When it's like warm, it's just not nearly as good. As somebody who used to live in Southern California, I'm quite used to eating Mexican food. So when Koreans claim that they're making supreme burrito, it makes me want to try them. Okay, I'm not gonna claim that this is horrible. It's not like disgusting, but it's at like hot pocket level, and it's definitely not close to what's shown here. The flour tortilla, it feels kind of fresh, but it feels very gummy. Me personally, I like it really thin with grill marks on the surface. The Koreans that came up with this, we need to deport them to Mexico. This is a Korean samgakgimbap. You open it by pulling on this string, which is gonna cut the wrap in half, and you pull one side, and you pull the other side, and that one you put it back. I guess you don't really need it, but I like to have it just to keep my hands clean. It is dried seaweed with white rice inside, and this one's supposed to have spicy pork in it. It does have some spicy pork. Not a whole lot. I think I'm cool with that. So there were days when I was financially very tight in Korea, and back in those days, I would get these samgakgimbap before going to the gym. It was a long time ago, but even back then it was about $1. So I feel like this one actually hasn't gotten that expensive. Would you guys allow me to have a very special dessert? That is the Korean yogurt. This one is very unique. A lot of people really like it. Let me show you why. So you peel this corner. When you do, you'll see the yogurt and these are little pieces of cereals. So the packaging is designed in a way you can fold it, and now you can enjoy the yogurt with those little pieces. They have like different flavors. This is one of my favorites. Oh, that's actually really good. Something that you probably should try in Korea. And this is banana flavored milk or banana mat uyu. I'll be honest with you, I've always liked it, but it doesn't really taste like banana. In fact, it says it has a 0.315% concentrate banana extract. Doesn't mean I don't like it, I really like it. Oh, by the way, in Korea, they have these super skinny straws. These are plastic straws. And I guess I was supposed to use that for the milk. This straw is so skinny, it's hard to suck anything out of it. How are we gonna kill sea turtles with a straw this small? I guess the Koreans are only going for the baby sea turtles. So that was all the food that I got earlier, but before I go, I wanna show you guys something. So this is the beautiful ice cream section, and you'll notice that some of the popsicles are actually 0 calories. The act of eating this, it makes me feel very uneasy. Should I just grab it really hard? Oh yeah. So depending on the branch that you go to, they have different range of options that you can get for food. Even considering that, I felt like 7-Eleven wasn't as good as GS25 that I went earlier. Just the choices that I had at the place, like they had all the essentials, but they didn't have a lot of fun items. That being said, for dinner, I think I'm gonna have to return to a Korean chain. In fact, the biggest convenience store chain in Korea. All right then, let me go take a little nap and we'll be back. So it's gotten pretty late and I think I deserve myself some dinner. And for my last meal of the day, I'm going to the biggest convenience store chain in Korea called CU. Nice to see you. Oh, I just got here. I'm already really liking what I'm seeing here in CU. Definitely much better than 7-Eleven. Not the most Korean pick, but I am very curious to try this triple cheese pizza. Oh, so like I was saying, these cream buns are extremely popular. And it looks like CU has the most popular brand, Yonsei Meal cream buns. A peach mochi. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am very into fitness. So I feel like this time I should get one of the chicken breast snacks. And it's a buy one and get one for free deal. Amazing. I feel like some of you guys might get upset if I don't get anything that is very spicy. And this looks like something that is very spicy. Carbo bulldog noodle, cognac mango jelly. I feel like I should get something that is rice based. I'm also gonna pick up this bento box. Sorry, doshirak. Oh man, that is very nostalgic. I used to have this in the military too. It's a 0-calorie soda. Less than $20 for all that. Not bad at all. So this particular location only had this dining space. So let's just take these home. All right, I feel like this is not too crazy for a dinner. Okay, again, I want to start with the basics. They're doshirak. I'm gonna start with this mandu. That's a little fried mandu. Cute. I'm not gonna act like that's crispy or fresh. But it's very meaty on the inside, so I accept it. Some canned tuna and some fried kimchi. Oh man, you grab that with some rice. I could get a can of beer with it. I actually like these little sausages that they have in Korea. When you bite them, the skin has a lot of pop. As a kid, I was so bad, I was so out of control that when I eat these, I would skin them first and then eat it. That was very naughty. It drove my mom crazy for sure. I also like the fact that they included some spam, or I think it's the Korean version of it. I don't know, tastes like spam to me. I'm gonna add some kimchi, rice, and have the spam with it. That is actually delicious. You guys know how for work I eat a lot of expensive food. Sometimes I go to like fancy restaurants, and yes, they are good. But when it comes to like a simple bite of food that is extremely pleasant, this gives me just as much pleasure as some of the fine dining restaurants. You can't tell me otherwise. So this one right here is called gimmari, which is deep fried glass noodles wrapped in dried seaweed. Definitely not crispy, but still enjoyable. And these are called 동그랑땡. It's like a little pancake with meat and vegetables. And here's something that I must try. It's a convenience store pizza. I've in fact never tried a convenience store pizza in my life. It looks like it's a huge one slice, 1 minute in the microwave. Okay, it's been in there for a minute. Let's open up. Oh. You can't really compare this to a real pizza restaurant, but I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing here. It looks like there's a lot of cheese, so that's already good. It's very limp and it's really soft. That is not the most desirable quality of a pizza, but sometimes, limp or not, you just put it in your mouth and think about it. So there is a major component that's missing in this pizza, and that is the tomato sauce. This is just bread with cheese on top. Now I like it because bread and cheese, they go well together. If I wasn't expecting pizza and I just went for a cheese bread, I think this is good. It's just that as somebody who loves pizza, I wouldn't call this pizza. The pizza dough is so bready, it almost feels like a pancake. It's kind of nice and fluffy on the inside, so it would have made a great pancake. Alright, next, let's go back to Korea and have this spicy noodle. Carbo bulldog noodle. Man, I don't like how there's like so many steps to it. And the noodle actually came with a slice of cheese, and you're supposed to add this in here and mix. Now that's looking really spicy with melted cheese with the noodles. Sometimes I think to myself, I just might be a genius. Because look guys, I prepared this chicken breast as well, and I'm gonna add it to my noodle. The ground chicken breast bar, by itself it can be a little boring. But with this cheese spicy noodle, that just became more fun. Oh my God. I forgot to mention to you guys that I spent so much time abroad feeling American that I'm not really good with spicy food. Oh my God, one bite, it's already killing me. Oh, oh. That just saved me. Something like these would be luxury in the Korean military. I don't know if it still is, but back when I was in the military, people loved instant noodles and soda. Oh man, this is so spicy. I'm already starting to feel it in my stomach. Why do people like spicy food so much? But yeah, it must be a little weird for you guys to imagine that a peace-loving person such as myself was in the military. You never know, guys. I was many things in the past. I was once a military man, and I am ashamed to admit this, but I just might have been a leader of a dangerous criminal group in the past. That's a heavy story. A story for another day. Oh my God. I don't understand Koreans. That is so spicy. It doesn't make any sense. How about some desserts? Let me start with this Yeonsei cream bun. This one's a red velvet flavor. I want that cream in my mouth right now. I like how the cream is leaking out of there. Oh wow. Oh man. Just look at the amount of cream in this, guys. Not exactly like the packaging, but it's not bad at all. And the cream is actually consistently creamy. Can you guys see this? That's a lethal amount of cream. But sometimes I am drawn to what hurts me. So insanely sweet, but I can't help but finish it. The food industry really got me, guys. The torture by sugar isn't over yet. Peach mochi. We call mochi 찰떡 in Korea. Ooh, it feels very slimy on my finger. It's filled with mango jam and tiny pieces of mango. I actually really like it. And the last item that I'm gonna have is this mango cognac jelly. I don't know if you guys already know, but cognac is this plant-based jelly. The texture of this jelly is kind of firm. Like you have to give it a good squeeze to get the liquid out of there. Man, my forearm almost got even stronger after that. It does have a very artificial version of mango flavors, but do I like it? Yeah, this is actually a really nice jelly. Alright, I think that was enough for a challenge. What did I think? Well, they are generally tasty, and like you guys saw, they are very affordable too. Now, I'll have to tell you guys with honesty that by meal number 2, my body was just not taking it too well. Like, I had this crazy headache, which happens if I consume too much sugar at once, and my body felt so tired and sleepy. It was just not a healthy experience. These would be really nice in moderation, so if you guys found some food that you guys wanted to try, go ahead and try it. Huge shout out to my sponsor again. Guys, as you guys can see, I still live in my tiny studio apartment, but I'm grateful for what I have. This life is only possible because of you guys watching this video and my sponsors. So if you guys want a wallet, the link is in the description. If not, go ahead and watch my other videos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks, guys.